Hey guys, thanks for stopping in the studio. A couple things I'd like to cover, but mainly I would like to focus on side chaining using the Sonar PC4K expander gate, which involves a control channel, and then the expander gate will work on a separate channel of audio. Now first of all, let me just explain what I've got happening here. First off, I've got an instance of Easy Drummer on this channel 1, and then on channel 2 I've got this long held out version of a synth string kind of pad, and I've got another version of Zeta. The arpeggiated pattern, and then finally I've got this last item here of Tune Track Electronics. This is a great expansion pack and a pretty crazy looking interface, if I do say so myself. But what I'm working on, if you notice, this long pad tends to kind of thicken up things here in the mix, and I might want to create a little bit of space. So what I've got already set up here on the send here, I'm going to use these drums. Are going to be the control track for this gate over here, which will affect this pad. Now when I flip the side chain on, notice what happens to that pad sound. Notice it's playing rhythmically the same thing as the drums, so it creates some open space there for other things. Say you have some vocals or some other instruments. Turn it off. Now, just briefly, why I've got this set up the way I've got it set up. Since this track is pretty simple on its own, that's why I've added in this extra drum rhythmic, just to fill it out a little bit. And so this track can be pretty simple and be the control track and not be so involved rhythmically. And then I add in the arpeggiated patch for a little bit of musical interest. And that's basically the effect of the sidechain, how you can use it for other instances, but in this instance we're using to basically create a similar rhythmic effect. You could also use this, say this channel here was just a kick drum and this was a bass guitar. I might do the same sort of thing, except I would not totally shut off the sound, and so it could drop the sound of the bass guitar behind the kick drum, and then that way the kick drum will be more pronounced and not competing so much with the bass guitar when they hit at the same time. Lots of instances. It's also used for what they call ducking in radio, where if I were speaking, my voice track could compress the entire music mix, and I'll do it with a master fader. Say if I'm talking, it would bring this down so I could hear the vocals, and then when I stop talking, the music would come back up, and then when I start talking it comes back down. Now you can see I'm doing it manually here with a master fader, but you can set that up in the same similar way here. This could be my voice track on channel 1 and when I'm talking, and then this could just be a bus of the whole mix here of the music, so when I'm talking it brings down the whole music bed very common setup that they use in radio. And that's it, how you might use the PC4K expander gate in Sonar. Great ProChannel module. In future videos, I'll get into maybe using the expander function. You can see I've got some other things going on. I got the console emulator, they're great. Situations of reverb, and I've got a pair of compressors here on this drum sound, all running in series. This is taken off this is a very common effect also, the 1176 emulation, taking off the edges here and then being smoothed out and warmed up with the CA2A. All little kind of things here. So you might kind of take a note, maybe pause on this and look what I've got set up on my screenshot on the mixer for 4 tracks. But I hope you learned something about the PC4K expander gate from Sonar. And that's it, guys. Thanks a lot for checking out the video.